already know that Beast of Reincarnation gets a lot of flack, for not just being good. It got like a 6, and some people just don't even recommend it, but I think there's still some pretty good bones here. And one of those bones is the companion system, because Ku isn't just a companion, he is half of that combat system. Emma, for example, handles like direct combat with swords and parries and backstabs and stuff like that. Ku handles the more tactical abilities like the flower, the fire, and just other things surrounding that. The game splits one combat system across 2 characters, and you don't see too many games doing that. And I thought it was a really interesting system that they use, and I would like to see more of it. For Ku, for example, a lot of his abilities actually can go to heals if you set him up that way. And it's like, if you just don't like healing, well, that's what he's there for. He's not just some useless partner that just stands in the way. He's actually there for you throughout the whole thing. Most combat systems don't have that. And even most companion systems, when you have a companion with you, they're just freaking useless. But that's different here. And I can tell that they at least tried something. Again, the game got a 6, but I can tell they at least tried with some new tech here. So I can appreciate that much. A good companion system should add new verbs, not just extra damage. And I think that's what Ku does. Another interesting thing I found out about the combat system is Emma has to actually earn Ku's trust. Emma's successful play helps generate the resources that Ku uses. Like if I'm not doing good, or if the random player isn't doing good, like you actually can't use a lot of those abilities. They're just locked off completely until you earn enough resources, that is. Sometimes Ku will do them when you need them to, and sometimes he just won't. So it creates this dual system that I really think works well for the game. Another thing is one character's successes creates opportunities for the other. So if I'm handling an enemy over here, I'm full with parries and attacks. That gives Ku more breathing room. And Ku also gives me more breathing room when he's just shooting up random flowers or just stabbing somebody in the back. So I think that works really well too. Another thing I like is their teamwork is more mechanical. It's like I'm actually finding that Ku helped me with assassinations, like things that I didn't really expect him to do. It's a welcome. As you level up Ku and interact more with the system, the player actually participates in making them feel like partners. The players, meaning you. He doesn't feel like some random dog with, plants growing out of him. He's actually your partner in combat. And Ku plays a bigger role in this than I think people want to believe. Ku is actually what makes this hybrid combat system work in the first place. As I'm sure you've noticed, you have a mix of action and tactical combat side by side. Emma represents the more action side, the side that drives everything forward, from the parries, from the perfect dodges to the attacks and everything else in between. Ku represents the more tactical command-based side. Like I said before, the flowers, the fire, healing, gathering, stuff like that. Even non-action related stuff. That can actually be pretty useful in times where you didn't particularly expect it. Now, I can't name specific examples right now, but giving Ku commands makes slowing combat down feel more natural. Now, I'm sure you realize how it slows down. A lot of games do that, they just don't do it right. It feels like it just shouldn't be there in other games. It slows the combat down, makes it more annoying instead of it feeling more of a natural part of the game. But I think they did something well in this aspect at least. And then you have the companion system that connects the 2 games' combat systems together. You combine that with the rapport system, and it makes you actually want to care for Ku. It makes you want to see if he's alright, check on him, and it just blends the whole thing together into one cohesive knot. Ku also has just the right balance between independence and player control. He can help without needing constant micromanagement. I don't need to look where he is. He doesn't get stuck on things, and if he does, he just kind of phases through it. So I think that's a pretty good touch of what they did there. And it made it so you, the player, you can still step in when more important tactical decisions need to be made. I mean, Ku may do something, but you may see that you need something else. You can still make that command, and it doesn't break anything. It feels like it still works. Too much companion control becomes babysitting. I can't be asked to control my companion all the time. He has to be able to work. He has to be able to do things. But too little control makes the companion feel disconnected from the player as well. So I think they actually made a pretty good balance here with this stuff. Another thing that I haven't noticed in many people's tirades against this freaking game, the relationship with Ku has mechanical consequences. Petting, feeding, cleaning, care for him aren't completely cosmetic. Building a relationship contributes to its progression. The game connects emotional interaction with gameplay systems. Companion body feels stronger when it changes how you play. Companion bonding feels stronger when it changes how you play. And that's something I just didn't see before. Even the emotional interaction, that's something completely new, and I think that at least deserves props for that one. I think they set it up in a way where the game may make the player care about Ku better than the story makes Emma care about him. You constantly interact with Ku mechanically. You rely on him in combat. You take care of him outside of combat. That can create a stronger player-companion bond than the written relationship between the characters themselves. It's like, can gameplay create a relationship that the narrative fails to develop? I think that's an interesting question. I think that's something that many people want to ask themselves as they're playing the game, that is. On a side note, it does raise an interesting question. When does a helpful companion become too helpful? You're doing all this stuff. He can guide you toward things. He can point out or retrieve useful objects, but at the same time, that makes exploration more convenient. But convenient can start removing discoveries from the player. A companion should assist exploration without doing the exploration for you. So I think they did a little too much there with this system on that part at least. Gathering stuff, sometimes I do miss stuff. It's a small thing, but it's a helpful thing when you're upgrading your characters. That little thing that you roll around in, I forgot his name. Stuff like that. The little walker. You know what I mean. Another note on the companion system is the system makes dependency feels more intentional. Emma isn't just protecting Ku, and Ku isn't just supporting Emma. Both characters have things the other cannot do as effectively alone. That mutual dependency helps sell the idea of an actual partnership. It's not just wallpaper or, something tagged on. It feels more intentional. At the end of the day, I wanted to write this to say Beast does have its problems. Yes, it does. Good Lord. But at the same time, I think the game still has good bones. And one of those bones is the companion system. So before you listen to all the freaking tirades, all the AI slap accusations, just look at the individual pieces. There's some things there that are worth investigating too. At least that's what I see.